Big box.
Whoa.
No, can't wait. Oh, that's good job.
So we've just come home and Colby ran straight into the yard and right into a puddle. And are you wearing your boots? Colby? Oh no! Colby! Oh, everything's wet. Colby! Colby! Are you wearing your boots? No! You can only jump in muddy puddles when you wear your puddle jumping boots. I guess I should go and take care of this little man.
Alright, I'm unpacking the bike. We just got it home. And I'm going to take it apart. You got it professionally packaged. So I'm going to take all the pieces off. And I get a free box out of the deal. So I'm going to take all the parts off and see how much work it's going to be put together. It's very light. And I got some pedals. Yeah.
The snoring noise is Colby, who is not the quietest sleeper.
It's the world's biggest rubber band. It's huge. Alright. Oh, these are nice pedals. These are nice pedals. Metal. That's good. I got these.
Would you move the box, Tom?
Yep. Gets everything. Excited. Oh, it has a bike preparation guide. I think it's just from REI.
So the bike isn't from REI, it was packaged at REI.
It was packaged there.
Colby is such a loud snorer.
Let's see.
You can literally hear Colby sleeping. You can hear him snoring when he's in his own room. Like you can hear him a room away.
That's cool.
Right, Tom?
That's
How loud Colby is snoring. Tom?
Yeah, he's loud. So it's better than the one I'm trying to use.
What is it? Can you show?
It's a multi-tool. I'm sure they charge about $100 a packet, so. I'll say it, multi-tool. It's good. It's good. It's better than this one because it doesn't have. Mine doesn't have any stupid screwdrivers or anything on it. That's good. I've always needed that. That's the back wheels. Yeah, I'll save all the parts. This stuff's good. You have to ship a bike. You just ship a bike with mine. This is everything's here. I won't bother with this freaking bad does.
You don't need to read the instructions.
How to put the wheels on the bike.
That whole book was about how to put the wheels on the bike.
It's just how to unpack it.
You don't just pull the stuff off.
Well, I think that is what you do. It was telling me how to install the wheels and probably anything else that's related to the packing.
How excited are you right now?
I just want to make sure it goes together, and then we'll see from there.
So that's pretty excited then.
But this bike should fit in the overhead thing for the car if you're transporting it. It has different handlebars. This is fancy. Better than the stuff I've had to package bikes with. Yeah, I'll see everything. I'll see everything in the box. This is reusable.
Those are useful.
Yeah, you can use them. Kobe, for his cart. I'm not gonna. I probably would not use that if I repackage this. I probably would not use 5 of them or whatever they gave me. I have to readjust everything. It's backwards.
So what are you doing?
Getting the handlebars on. I want to just get it. So I should put I'm gonna put the wheel on because that looks like the bike can stand up then.
So how many bikes do you think you've owned in your life?
I have most of them. I don't know. A lot.
What was your first bike that you brought?
That I bought.
Yeah, not that your mum and dad brought you, but that you brought as an adult or as a teenager.
I maybe a mountain bike. I don't a mountain bike.
That big mountain bike that you have when I
maybe
first.
the big mountain bike or.
Tom had this big mountain bike that I swear was like too big for him.
No, it was the right size.
I swear it was too big.
Mountain bikes are pretty.
It was massive.
They're big.
So then the first road bike you brought was which one? The Trek one.
Yeah.
And that was an eBay buy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the mountain bike was an eBay buy too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sold it for the same amount I bought.
And then after the Trek bike, you got was that the Cannondale next?
Yeah.
And that came from...
one of the bike...
Wasn't that Peak Performance?
One of them. I don't know which one.
Yeah. And then after you had the Cannondale, that was a road bike, right?
Yeah.
Then you got your first tri-bike, which was was that a felt? Your first tri-bike?
No, I think it was, it might have been felt, I can't remember.
No, I think the Cannondale was a tri-bike.
Maybe.
And then from that one you bought the felt, and then you sold that one, then you got a new felt, then you sold that one, then you got the Fuji, which you just sold. Yeah. And actually it's quite funny because when Tom and I go into bike stores, we don't dress like we're cyclists or like we're hardcore cycle bikers. And Tom has been doing triathlons for 17 years. So we go into this bike store and ask to look at tri-bikes. And all the guys are like, have you ever ridden one before? You shouldn't buy a tri-bike. No one really needs a tri-bike unless they're really doing triathlons. And whenever I tell them he's been doing it for 17 years or 16 years or however many years it was at that time, they're always like, oh. And actually, sometimes we go in bike stores and I'm not a small girl, and I have been completely ignored in bike stores before. And because Tom kind of dresses a bit like a bum, they assume he hasn't got any money, and they've ignored him too. So we have actually gone into a bike store to buy a bike and walked out without purchasing one. And we were willing, well, the bike Tom ended up buying was $2,000. So we were willing to spend a decent amount of money, and they lost our business just because they made a judgment that we could not afford to buy a bike, or we were not serious about buying a bike. So if you work in a bike store, don't judge someone by what you think they should look like. Right, Tom?
Yeah.
Needless to say, I was extremely mad.
Oh, this stuff comes off easy.
Oh, compared to everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, look, finally there's parts of a bike that are showing. So are you going to put pedals on this, or are you going to put cleats?
Cleats. I'm not crappy out. It's going to have cleats. Alright, put pedals on it.
So what's special about this bike? Why did you sell your tri-bike for this bike?
Made of titanium.
And why is that important?
It lasts a long time. and it's expensive. It's an expensive bike.
And your tri bike was a carbon bike?
Yeah, carbon's good. Carbon's, but it's, I don't know the longevity. And titanium was a ride really nice.
Have you ever had a titanium bike before?
No. Nope.
So this bike, how much do you think it was new?
It was, I think it was $2,700 new.
And how long ago was it new? When was it? What's the year on this one?
2015.
And how much did you pay?
$12.50. So that's a good, and it is no.
It's only 5 years old.
Yeah, and there's no miles on the bike at all. It's basically a new bike. The guy that had ridden it off, he was a little taller than me, so he said it didn't fit him very well.
It looks good.
Yeah, it looks clean, and the tires are clean.
How's that seat?
The seat, I don't know, probably would be really uncomfortable, but they normally come with crappy seats.
Yeah, if you need to replace something on your bike, it's usually the seat and the pedals.
Yeah.
Everything else is usually pretty good, but the seat, and once you find a seat that like you find comfortable for it, because Tom and I don't find the same seats comfortable, then you know what you like. And that, I think that is typical, because girl seats are often shaped differently to man seats. I mean, we have slightly different bodies down there. And my mother-in-law, Tom's mum, likes really wide seats. Like, they're really wide padded seats. And both of us hate padded seats. You like the narrow ones, don't you, Tom?
The racing ones like this are pretty good. If you wear shorts, they're fine. If you're used to it.
Yeah. Is that complicated?
No, it's not complicated. It's just tedious.
How many screws are you undoing?
4.
4? Well, at least they won't come out when you're riding.
Yeah, well, they get loose sometimes and it moves around. I have better Allen just in the garage. I could be using, but these work.
Oh, I think you dropped.
No, that was a bubble wrap.
Okay. All right, here go the handlebars. So you said you're gonna buy some error bars.
I might buy some clip-on ones if I feel like it. They would fit on this bike, so that's a possibility. Or maybe not.
So as a triathlete, Tom has been using error bars for probably about 17 or 18 years. And is very, very good at cycling on them. Actually, he was one of those triathletes that could jump on the bike with nothing on his feet, no shoes on, and then slide his feet into the shoes as he's riding. You practiced that for quite a while, right, Tom?
Yeah.
But you wouldn't ride this titanium bike to do a triathlon, would you?
You could ride it. I mean, you can ride any bike for a triathlon.
But most people ride carbon bikes for races, don't they?
No, the titanium's a race bike. They made it. That's what I've seen. The first titanium bike I saw was a triathlon bike.
Oh, okay.
This bike's a road bike, so you wouldn't be riding.
No, this one. But most of the ones we saw at the races were carbon, weren't they?
They're all carbon.
They're all carbon.
Yeah. Titanium's not as popular. I don't even know if Litespeed makes. I don't know if they make a titanium tri-bike. They make tri-bikes, but I don't think they're titanium anymore. They used to. That was their big thing.
And why wouldn't they?
There's not as much demand for it. I think it's more of a road bike. I don't know. It might give you more of a benefit as a road bike. You're not going to get the aerodynamic shape that they want with the tri-bikes. It's going to always have more of a road bike, old school look.
So what size bike did you get?
Medium.
Which is how many inches?
I think it's a 53-inch centimeter.
And what are you normally?
For a tri-bike, it's 52, 54. So it depends on the bike and it depends on the fit. This should be fine. I'll have to see. There's a lot of adjustments you can make with it. So.
And if you can't adjust it yourself, bike stores do it.
Yeah, but you can get different. I mean, you can get the seats move back and forth. You can get different stems for the handlebars. And I have tons of stems. I have all sorts of stems that I was given.
Was that from that free cycle?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom did a free cycle of bike parts, and it was like the treasure chest of bike parts.
Crazy.
There were like music players and gloves and lights and like 6 seats. Although they were all like the seats that probably came with a bike. They weren't the best.
I have 2 seats I've used, and they
2 were good.
A couple of them were good. Some
And
of them were the stock ones.
Yeah, and there were some gloves in there. There was a whole bunch of bike stuff. How's it going?
Good, I should get these in.
Snoring it up over here.
Can I have that giant rubber band?
Where is the giant rubber band?
Table.
On the table. Oh, yes. Giant, well, now a nice clean table. We did just eat dinner, and this is Colby's seat. So that's why it's not clean. Giant rubber band. Hey. I'm gonna have some coffee while I'm over here.
This will have to be adjusted some. It doesn't have like a preset, so I'm just gonna put everything in gently.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm gonna have to figure out the angle and everything for me. Normally you'd mark it if you were riding the bike.
You said something earlier about stickers. Which stickers were you talking about?
Oh, I think the stickers that say Litespeed some of them are getting weird because it's
Oh, I think they look pretty good from here.
They look pretty good.
I can't see. Because it matters about the logo.
It does.
It does. So is Litespeed an expensive brand?
Yeah, they don't make cheap bikes.
Now, why have I not heard of them?
They're not a big. They don't make woolen bikes. They don't make recreated. They make expensive.
Because I consider myself a bit of a bike connoisseur at this point.
They were very big in the 90s. They were very for racing.
Are they in England?
It's American.
So are they in England?
They might not be.
So maybe I just never heard it
Yeah.
because in the 90s
It's an American.
I was not here.
Well, look on the frame. What did it say it was made?
Where would it say it?
In the bottom somewhere, like on the sides.
It says USA, handmade in the USA.
So that you don't see that. I mean,
Yeah.
the best you get with Track and Cannondale is also assembled. Cannondale they might.
So
still
it's
make
completely American.
them. Yeah, Cannondale they might make them still. I think Cannondale still makes them in this country.
So maybe I never have heard of them.
Yeah.
I also had never heard of Gary Fisher bikes either.
Yeah, and that's American. He's one of the founders of mountain biking.
I mean, the bikes that were big when I grew up were Raleighs.
That's English.
Or Rallies. How'd you say it? Raleigh? Those bikes, anyway. That's what I had growing up. And then when we lived in Connecticut, aren't Cannondale made in Connecticut?
Yes.
So everyone at the races had Cannondale.
Yeah.
I'm going to call the soundtrack to this video Colby's Snoring.
But this bike's much more conventionally than the tri-bike, like with the headset and everything. It's more like a traditional road bike, a modern road bike, not a road down.
And you also haven't had a road bike for a good number of years.
I mean, I have one, but no, I haven't.
You don't have a road bike, you have a hybrid bike.
I have a road bike.
What's your road bike?
The Raleigh.
Oh, you just got a road bike. That's right. I forgot about that one.
I found it.
You did. You found it and did it up.
Yeah, I put it in years on.
Yeah, you did just get. You did just create a road bike.
Well, somebody gave me wheels, so I had wheels, and then
Who gave you wheels?
someone free cycle, like over to Centerville and go.
Are those the wheels that came with the bike frame that was cracked that you couldn't use?
Yeah, the bike frame's all screwed up. But I have a new drivetrain for that bike, and it's a 9-speed bike. Maybe it's an 8-speed. It might be an 8-speed.
What's this bike?
11. I want a 10-speed. It's too new.
The 11, this bike's too new.
Yeah, they wouldn't have done 10.
Now, why did you want a 10-speed?
It's cheaper to fix it. And I have another 10-speed bike, and you don't need 11 gears.
It's so loud. All right, are you done with that?
Yeah, just making sure it's here, not too thick. Yeah, it's fine. I think it's right. It's not. I think that's correct. Over. Yeah. And let me get the seat. Let me get back to the couch.
You play musical chairs. You made a little bit of a mess.
Yeah, I'll put everything in the box. Well, that's the great thing about having that tall box.
Right, so what are you doing now?
Shouldn't preliminarily get the seat to the right height, and
How'd you know where that is?
it's gonna be. Okay.
That seems massively high.
It's not, because you're off the ground pretty high.
Alright, so it's all unwrapped now. I had to delete some memory space on the camera, so I had to stop filming for a second. Alright, you gonna go ride it outside?
I need to put tires up and fix the adjust the brakes.
So that would be a no. Alright, well I guess Tom will catch you tomorrow when you try the bike out. And let us know how it feels. For right now, can you just turn around and hold it up?
Yeah, flight.
Smile.
Yeah, it came out good.